Oh man, the TikTok ban. Let's talk about it. Now, it's been super rough, but not for the reasons that you think. And I already know what you're thinking. Delano, you said that you're going to post videos every Friday for the new year, but you didn't post this Friday. Yeah, I know. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about TikTok as well. Just kind of give you guys my insights, my thoughts, and then explain everything that happened. Let's get after it, and let's get started.
Jeez.
It's your friend, your coach, your business partner, Delano Mccrory. And unless you've been living under a rock,
Hold it right there. I'm gonna need to see some proof of pet.
Of course.
That's a rock.
Yeah.
you've probably heard something, read something, or seen something about the TikTok ban. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't too worried about this ban. Besides me going on TikTok every now and then and following a couple of TikTokers that I really love, I don't really use TikTok that much. And I don't post any content on there. And so I thought for sure the ban would not affect me in any type of way. But I was wrong. And that's when I found out that the editing software I use to post these YouTube videos was also owned by TikTok. And so along with TikTok getting banned, my editing software also got banned. But not just that, it also had access and all of my videos and clips that I use to post locked down with zero access to them. Now, I already also know what you're thinking. TikTok was only banned for 24 hours. So why still didn't you post? Exactly. TikTok was only banned for 24 hours. But the ban on the other sites that TikTok owned and the other editing software was a couple of days. So I was locked out for that entire time. And it wasn't until just recently that it opened up. Now, what does that have to do with you and why should that matter? Well, a couple of reasons. I failed to actually do my research and actually look at the different stuff that was happening with the ban. So therefore, it affected my ability to post and to actually make content for you guys. And I lost a couple of days of actually posting and being ahead of schedule like I really wanted to, which means that I got to make up for that time somewhere else. And that's why I've been posting videos and editing scripts and doing more stuff like that just now as I recently got back. Now, to say I was salty just doesn't do it justice at all. I was extremely upset and I had to go back and kind of correct a lot of the things and make up for that lost time, like I said before. But now, I'm pretty sure you're wondering, well, what does it have to do with you watching this video right now? Well, I put together 3 things that I'm going to do moving forward to help correct this for next time. Because I don't want this to ever happen again, and I want to have stuff set in place. So these are the 3 things that I'm going to do and the things that I'm looking at for the future and for other videos and other content and other platforms in general. So maybe you can use just a couple of them. Now, the first thing is to always have a backup plan just in case things go wrong. Now, again, this should have been something that I should have thought of way beforehand, but I didn't really notice it or really justify it until after this TikTok ban. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm having 2 separate editing softwares that I can use. I know YouTube Studios and other YouTube platforms have different editing softwares that you can use to create videos like this. So I'm going to make sure that I'm backing up a lot of my videos to that secondary platform and also keeping them in a secure secondary location just in case something happens or I lose internet access and I can keep posting content no matter what. So I want to make sure that I'm really honing in on this and then learning those other softwares in case of emergency. I'm going to still be using this editing software because I put so much time into learning it and getting really good at it. But I want to make sure that I'm learning a secondary one just in case I have to jump or go to it. Now, second one is stay up to date with current events. Now, this should have been super obvious and something that I should have did, but I'm kicking myself that I didn't. Because it's always good, like a lot of the guys I follow, to stay up to date with current events. I thought for sure I wouldn't be touched by this TikTok ban, but in reality, I was. And just staying up to date on the policies and the different things that's happening within your local government, within the world, and different countries in general can help you save a lot of headache. Because I'm pretty sure somewhere in some documentation, had I read through it, they would have listed all the companies that are under TikTok or that are going to be affected by the ban. So just staying up to date and just constantly reading and kind of seeing what other people are doing can save you a lot of time and effort. And then you can use a lot of those tools and a lot of those knowledge to help better yourself and help better the things that you're doing. Now, number 3, I think, is the most important, and that is to learn from others' mistakes and then continue to think like a business owner. Now, in general, I don't think this ban was too harsh for most people. I think most people are able to get back on the app, bounce back, get some of their revenue, continue to build their business that they built from TikTok. But let's think about like a business owner. What are some of the consequences? Why was the ban in place in the first place? What were a lot of creators doing to supplement their income if they couldn't make money off of TikTok? What other apps were people going to or jumping to right after the ban started? Just thinking like this can give you ideas and concepts so that way you can learn. If you don't post on TikTok, you can have kind of secondary and backup plans to think through some of these things that might have not affected you. And if you were on TikTok, think about some of the things that might happen if your revenue stream does stop. Thinking like this and thinking ahead of time is super duper crucial so that way you can be ahead of the curve. Now, let's say for instance that the TikTok ban did happen. What other app could you jump on first or be connected to ahead of time when everyone flocks there? What app was going to be the most popular after TikTok? What apps are more popular than TikTok and what apps are just under TikTok? Just learning these things can give you more tools and more things to use if something were to happen. Now, thinking from this as a standpoint outside of like content creation, you can still apply these things to your business and the things that you use. What if your top selling item stops selling or becomes banned? What do you pivot to and what do you change to continue to run your business? And I think it's so crucial for a lot of business owners to have this in a mindset. And that's one of the things that I learned from this is what can I do to also generate other income if YouTube stops? Or if I can't sell properties in my area or charge the rate that I want to charge. I want to make sure that I'm having a significant amount of revenue and significant amount of other sources to use to be able to bounce back. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't still push the things that you're pushing if it's there. If you're still making money from your real estate portfolio or you're still investing in a certain area that works, keep doing that until obviously it doesn't. But still have a contingency plan and other plans to think about and walk through just in case. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing, or 3 of the things that I'm going to be doing to kind of just think through as a business owner, as a content creator, to actually set myself up for success and be able to jump past everybody else who's just now thinking about it for the first time. Now, thinking through that process and just going over everything, take that, everything we said, and apply it to your specific business, to the things that you're doing on your day-to-day basis. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do an overhaul of everything that I'm doing and just create those plans and put them in place for later. Continue to do research of all across the country and seeing what might affect you or what might change things about how you do business. Plus, you might find different practices that you can add or incorporate to where you are to help you increase revenue or increase sales. So how are you affected by the TikTok ban? Let me know in the comments below and just tell me about some of the things that you're doing or some of the things that you might have learned from this ban. As always, be great, continue to do awesome things. Thanks for watching the video, and as always, let's get to work.